This is the badly textured rock in its natural habitat. Look at it as it just sits around with its bad textures. Simply astounding. My mind is blown. Hello there. My name is Sir David Attenborough, and today, on this very special episode, we are leaving planet Earth and are going to explore the universe. We are going to stop off at this galaxy, the Dangarbach, although we will most certainly give it a much better name. Now, of course, there are various planets here, 5 to be precise, and this one looks rather giant and big. And so, we're going to beam down and see what sort of life is present here. It appears we have discovered a cave. Let's take a look inside and see what wonders await us. Here is some aluminium. I can use that for things, I'm sure. It appears I've stumbled too far into... Oh, jeez, has my game crashed? I think my game... Oh, God! It appears that my game froze for a second. I lost control and now have broken both of my legs. This is, of course, a massive problem. But no worries. I will just simply keep walking. It appears we've found a vortex cube. These are, of course, extremely rare and very precious. That was easy. And here's another one. It was also very easy. Of course, I'm very low in health, and I can't remember how to restore it. Oh, it simply recharges over time, of course. How silly of me. I've not played this game, explored this universe in months. Of course, I am one of the few people to still be exploring this universe because it is, of course, boring and rather uninteresting. Allow me to solve this problem and freeze my game again as I try and blast a hole out of this cave. It appears we have found the surface. As you can see, my ship is all the way down there. Now let's keep exploring this planet. Although it is dead, and we should probably move on. It does not appear as if we are going to find anything. Allow us to go back to our ship and fly off to the next planet. Hopefully it is a lot better. I have lost my shield. This is, of course, a massive problem. I do not have enough fuel in my launch thrusters, but thankfully, I exited my ship, which was completely intentional. Thankfully, I have picked up some plutonium. I've forgotten how to take off in my ship, although I think it is this button. It is this button. Now, let's go back into space and find another planet. I have no idea how long it is going to take me to get there, as the marker that usually tells me is for some reason not appearing. Which is, of course, a massive problem. Hopefully we will get there, and we will see what wondrous life this planet has to offer. Thankfully, this one appears to be a lot more interesting. That is, of course, until we go down to the surface and realize it's just the same as all the others. So the weather, of course, is arid, and luckily for us, I have no idea what that means. But I'm assuming it's bad, as it was in bright red. Apparently, it is very cold. What in the heck is that thing? It is currently called the Blyato Coadua. Its movements are very unpredictable and very derpy. Let's rename it to something a lot more suitable. The Attenboroughsaurus. I love that name a lot. So here we see the Attenboroughsaurus. Oh my gosh, there's another one. So here we see the Attenboroughsaurus in its natural habitat. Next, of course, to the mini Attenboroughsaurus. I'm going to now go down and see if I can interact with the Attenboroughsaurus. It appears I have broken both of my legs, which is, of course, a major problem. If we go over, we can see that there are some mini Attenboroughsaurus on the ground. I am currently analysing a pineapple, even though that is not at all what I meant to do. What in the heck is that thing? The Attenborough foxbird in its natural habitat. Of course, we are currently on planet Attenborough. And of course, this is the Attenborough pineapple. I have no idea what I'm going to call this thing. The weird Attenborough. This one looks almost exactly the same as this one, except this one has things on its back. Weird Attenborough with things on its back. Let's go and follow the Attenboroughsaurus as it roams around. Hello, good sir. How are you oh, Jesus! I am currently being attacked. I have no idea what from. It appears to be this curly plant, which will soon be destroyed. Here we have the Attenborough crab in its natural habitat. I am currently now getting very bored of naming every single one of these creatures. The Attenborough dinosaur lizard thing. Now, let's go and follow the Attenboroughsaurus, if we can find it, as it appears to have ran off. Is this it? I have no idea anymore. That is the mini Attenboroughsaurus. It appears we have lost the big Attenborough. I'm going to stop analyzing things and simply, is this the Attenborough? We've lost the Attenborough. What the heck are you doing? Of course, we have found the Attenborough. Let's go over to it and see if it wants to play. Hello, Attenborough. And then, of course, the Attenborough gets killed by a giant laser. This is, of course, nature's way. To check if it's dead, we are going to push it across the landscape. It is now all the way in the distance. I can confirm that it is very much dead. We are going to bury it in a small grave. This is the grave of the Attenborough. Thankfully, the temperature levels are stabilizing and the planet is now both extremely hot and extremely cold. I have no idea how in the world this is happening. Let us get out of here before I die. Where on earth is my ship? I want to leave. I am about to die. This is not at all how what the heck is going on? I just need to get back to my ship, which I think is just over this hill. Let us quickly escape. Thankfully, we have made it back to our ship on planet Attenborough. Oh crap. It appears we don't have enough fuel in our launch thrusters. The game is telling me to press E to exit. But as you know, there is a massive firestorm, and I don't think that would be the logical solution here. Unfortunately, we can't leave this planet without gathering some plutonium. So we're going to follow the game's advice and try and find some plutonium. Going to battle through the elements and find some plutonium. We're going to do a quick scan, which will reveal absolutely nothing. I know my thermal protection is falling. That is the issue I'm currently having. I think it said there was some plutonium just over this hill. Unfortunately, it is not going to let me go over that hill to have a look as I am about to die. I did not mean to exit my ship. Please let me back in. We are going to go and try and find some more plutonium. There are lots of crystals over this hill which should indicate plutonium. I've just bounced off of a plant and I am now very, very annoyed. Let's gather this plutonium. Let us quickly go back to our ship so that we don't die. It appears we are about to... Thank goodness the storm is clearing. Let us leave this absolutely awful planet and move to the next one. Let us go to this one. It will take us 1 minute and 23 seconds to get there. It appears some pirates are wanting to battle. It appears the pirates have found my vortex cubes. It appears David Attenborough is going to have to go into an intense space battle. There's a sentence I never thought I'd ever hear in my life. But let's see what we can do. Okay, my game's frozen, so that's always a good start. Let us continue. I absolutely have no idea where we are anymore. There's planet Attenborough, so it should be over this way, yes? Yes. Hopefully, nothing else will want to kill us anymore. That would be very detrimental for the series, as the BBC have commissioned 10 episodes of these. It appears we are about to crash. Oh my gosh, David Attenborough is about to die. So here we are, flying upside down across this planet. Let's see if we can fix this. Okay, we have made it infinitely worse as we are now spinning out of control and I have no idea where I'm going. This planet looks very desolate and devoid of any life whatsoever. But let's see what we can find. Weather is balmy. Fauna is lacking. I am already bored with this planet. I would love to go to the next one, but I do not have any launch thrusting fuel, which means we have to stay here and find some plutonium. Thankfully, there is plutonium right here, and now we can leave this planet. Let us leave and go to another planet. This was a massive waste of our time. We have currently explored 3 out of the 5 planets in this solar system. It's going to take another minute or so to get there, which is a massive waste of my time, and I am currently questioning why I am even doing this. But no matter, David Attenborough will surely discover all of the species in this solar system. It appears we are running low on pulse engine fuel, which means we will have to stop here and destroy some asteroids. Thankfully, David Attenborough is in no risk whatsoever, as asteroids are absolutely everywhere, and they pose absolutely no threat to your ship unless you are stupid enough to drive straight into one. Now, as I'm getting bored travelling towards this planet, allow me to put on my spaceship stereo with a customized playlist that I've curated myself. This will surely make the journey a lot less boring. Look at all those patchy squares. Isn't that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life? This planet appears to be a lot more green, which indicates a higher sign of life. Perhaps this planet can serve as a second home to Earth. Let's take a look. Weather smoldering, fauna low. Excellent. That is just what we needed. Another planet with barely any animals. Obviously, with the fact that this planet... Never mind, I have found some birds. This is the Samigro sequima in its natural habitat, flying through the air. It flies with a mate, as it... And please stop popping up, I'm trying to get some B-roll footage! Look at all these birds, flapping in synchronization. Could this be a sign of the species? Those have simply vanished. Amazing. I'm going to call those the Attenborough vanishing birds. Here are some birds flying into a cliff. Let's take a look at what they do. They recognize that their cliff is present and fly backwards. Not over at the cliff, but backwards. One of them did a very impressive backwards flip. Simply astounding. My mind is blown. Obviously, because of the lack of animals on this planet, we are forced to improvise. This is the badly textured rock in its natural habitat. Look at it, as it just sits around with its bad textures. Simply astounding. My mind is blown. I love breaking my legs, as it's a lot more enjoyable than anything else on this planet. Here we have the Attenborough goat in its natural habitat. It stands around with the other Attenborough goat. It clips through the other Attenborough goat because it has absolutely no hitbox whatsoever. Truly astounding. My mind is blown. Thank you for watching this first and last episode of Planets. I say last because it appears I have lost my spaceship and have no way of returning home. This is, of course, a major problem. I have no option other than to break my legs and hopefully die. And so now I will simply wander this planet alone as I think about the fact that I wasted £40 on this game.